Guys, this isn't just a bear. It's a polar bear.
So, death versus living, good versus evil, chance versus fate. Any theme you didn't explore, you wanted to? Anything at the end you said, well, we never explored?
No, we feel like we covered what we wanted to cover. I mean, we were incredibly blessed to be able to end the show on our own terms. Very few people get to do that in television.
But how much did it stay philosophical as you talked about it through, and how much it was just, okay, the bear's going to do this, and Smoke Monster's going to do that?
We never were pretentious enough to try to put the themes in front of the storytelling. I mean, we set out to make an entertaining show, and that was our goal, and the themes kind of followed. They were layered in afterwards, but our real goal was to just make a show that people would enjoy watching.
At the end of the Jacob episode, I think it was 2 weeks ago, you flash back to, I think, season 1, where John says, look, it's the original Adam and Eve.
Right there! Who were these men?
Actually, one of them's female.
Our very own Adam and Eve.
Did you know then where you were going all these years later to this episode?
We absolutely knew that we were going to pay off the Adam and Eve skeletons, and in fact, we recontextualized that episode by going back to the first season episode just to show you the journey that these characters have taken. I mean, they were so much younger and more naive, and they knew virtually nothing about the island at that point in time, and we wanted to show the audience the gap between the characters that they were then and the characters that they are now as the show is coming to a conclusion. But that was absolutely one of the essential mysteries that we knew we were going to resolve at the end of the series.
Were you thrilled in the edit room when you could say, here's the story arc, and here we are all these years later, and we're going back to season 1 to show you we're tying up this loose end?
There's a level of excitement whenever we answer a mystery, but also a level of terror, because sometimes your expectation far surpasses the answer, which is more or less mundane. So we're like, okay, so now we're answering this one, and this is cool to finally tell people, but it's like opening up the box on Christmas morning where your kid is yeah, it's socks. Right. So in that case, we were excited, but even though we did it, the question still lingers. Well, but did you know? Did you really? If you choose to be a believer, you believe, and if you choose to be a cynic, then you're like.
How much do we not know about the level of obsessiveness it took to do this? Tell me the one thing that you think would convey most vividly to us. What level of detailed obsessiveness it took for you to get this on the air for 6 years?
Well, the other night, my wife recognized me. That was a big moment. Damon and I have worked 60 to 80 hours a week, 11 months a year for the last 6 years on this show. We have approached the show with sort of a monastic devotion, and that's what it took to tell this story and to actually, I think if you look at what we did over 121 hours and how few kind of continuity gaps there are and how organized it all is. I mean, it took that level of commitment. So we have done virtually nothing else for 6 years but work on this project.
Most obsessive thing?
I wake up thinking about the show. You know, when my eyes first open in the morning, that is the first thing on my brain. And it's not just, oh, I just thought about the show. I realize that I've been thinking about the show. It's kind of in my sleep, and it's been so pervasive. I just really wonder what that part of my brain is going to recommit itself to now that the show is actually done. So it is probably unhealthy.
Thank you. And for all those years, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.